What is going on, Pokemon community? It's Achilles018 here, and today we're talking about 5 things you probably missed in the new Pokemon Snap reveal trailer. I have watched this trailer over and over at full speed, half speed, and quarter speed, and I have caught a few details that are easily missed on the first viewing, and I'm here to share them with you, so let's go. Number 1. Callbacks to the original Pokemon Snap game. Debuting on the Nintendo 64 back in 1999, Pokemon Snap was among our first ever 3D experiences with Pokemon, and boy, Pokemon commercials have come a long way since then.
Today's assignment, photograph the elusive Pokemon. How do you do it? You're gonna be fast!
As this is a title that 90s kids have been requesting for a long time, it's only natural that some subtle references would make their way into the trailer. While there might be some I don't mention here, I think anyone who has played the original game will tell you there's no level like the first level. Yes! And that happens to be where most of the references are drawn from. Most obviously, a large portion of the trailer focuses on the beach setting, which is the first and most iconic level of the Nintendo 64 title. Digging a bit deeper, we see a Pikachu on the beach eating an apple. This is a nod to the N64 title as well. While Pikachu was the third Pokemon you encounter on the beach, it is the first Pokemon you can feed an apple to, as Pidgey and Doduo won't have any reaction. Speaking of Doduo, the common and somewhat attention-seeking Doduo was everywhere in the first level, jumping out in front of you and popping out of bushes. It seems its evolution, Dodrio, has taken up the mantle in the new Pokemon Snap trailer, as many of the scenes feature Dodrio. Speaking of Pokemon stealing the spotlight, the beach level of the N64 title was littered with Butterfree, and much like Dodrio in the new trailer, Vivillon seems to have stolen the show from its butterfly cousin. Vivillon is absolutely everywhere in this trailer, from the sandy beaches, stony lagoon, vast fields, and dense forests. Finally, as far as nostalgia moments go, I'm not sure it gets more fierce than Lapras resting on the horizon in the original Pokemon Snap. In the new trailer, though brief, we catch a glimpse of Lapras on the skyline again, making the same motion no less. Number 2. Returning mechanics. The fact that there are apples in so many instances of this trailer is clearly to showcase that the first and most basic attainable item from the original Pokemon Snap will be making a return in the new Switch title. And while we didn't see evidence of the Pester Balls or Pokeflute, there were some subtle hints to new features which I'll cover next. It also looks like we'll be returning to an on-rails experience as evidenced by this HUD display shown here, and I'm curious as to how this somewhat outdated way to play will be brought into the future on the Switch. One of the few post-game features from the Nintendo 64 title, if you can even call it that, was Pokemon Signs, which was a landscape photography task where you were to travel to each level once more, not looking for Pokemon, but for Pokemon-looking rocks and bushes and stuff. While not confirmed by any stretch, there are some interesting looking structures, such as this overhang with natural skylights, and this rock that looks like a Cantonian Slowpoke tail that could potentially be Pokemon signs we search for in these games. Number 3. Potential new mechanics. It's not a stretch to say that we will have new items available in these games. Though unconfirmed, it's clear that new Pokemon Snap will be keeping the same spirit of the original while being a far cry from a reboot. One potential item or power-up of some sort is actually visible in the new trailer. Eagle-eyed viewers may have spotted this floating and rotating item seen here. Whether this item is used when interacting with Pokemon or is perhaps a temporary upgrade for your vehicle is unclear. Maybe this will serve as a speed boost similar to the boost feature you can unlock in the N64 Snap. Moving into some speculation, the detail in the flora in this trailer isn't that spectacular if I'm being honest. However, there are some notable exceptions, including these much more detailed flowers which appear twice in the trailer in 2 separate colors. Additionally, there are bright red mushrooms located in at least 2 separate environments in the trailer, the dense dark forest as well as the bright open field. Is it possible these items can be picked up and used to lure specific Pokemon that maybe sweet apples do not? Or perhaps there is a crafting element? Like, to make Pester Balls you need to make the noxious fumes of the ball by mixing smelly mushrooms and colorful flowers? Again, this is just speculation, but I think a crafting system could be interesting, and we've already seen a Pokemon game go that route by way of cooking in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Number 4. A whole new side of Pokemon. Pokemon Snap overall has not aged very well, but if there's one endearing quality that it still has to this day, it's that Pokemon Snap might be the only game in the decades-old franchise where we actually get to see Pokemon live. No trainers, no Pokeballs, minimal human interaction or interference. What do Bulbasaur do all day? What does a live Slowpoke evolution look like once a Shellder bites its tail? Pokemon Snap gave us glimpses into these Pokemon and their daily lives, sometimes mundane and other times thrilling. New Pokemon Snap on the Switch clearly ups the ante in this brief but insightful trailer. We don't just see Pokemon walking around and occasionally playing with one another. We see Pokemon eat, like actual pick it up and eat it, not just food clipping out of existence. We see Pokemon nesting, wandering, traveling together, possibly dead, exploring, interacting, hunting, literally hunting. Oh my god! We even see Pokemon sleep. I could not help myself. Really though, this has the potential to be quite a lore-friendly experience into the daily routines of Pokemon that could possibly add replayability for years to come. Number 5. A story-driven experience. If you've played the N64 Pokemon Snap, you know there wasn't a story. Beyond our boy Todd wanting to snap a photo of the elusive Mew, the idea that there was a plot in this game is laughable. You can honestly get from title screen to gameplay in less than 60 seconds on your first playthrough. I suppose there's only so much story you can have in a game about lackadaisically taking photos of fictional creatures while sitting in a vehicle you have no control over. However, by the looks of it, New Pokemon Snap is going to change that. New Pokemon Snap looks to set a specific locale in-universe, which the original title did not. In the N64 Snap, the entire game took place on a nameless island that was home to every extreme environment on the planet somehow. In New Snap, there will be several islands we will travel between, each with its own set of environments to explore. Similar to Alola, but I believe this archipelago will be a unique setting we have not seen before. Some evidence of this can be found in the new player character. This screenshot of, I'm gonna call you Rick. If you take a look at my boy Rick here, he's covered in branded merch. His hat has this floral emblem in 2 separate places, on the side of the hat as well as a badge above the adjustment strap, and he also has this same emblem on the sleeve of his shirt. The player character could have been randomly dressed or even customizable, so the fact that he has a uniform of sorts makes me feel like this may be the emblem of the region, or at the very least the organization who Rick is working for. Regardless of what it signifies, the fact that there is some organization or place being signified by this floral emblem means that there is some reason or purpose as to why Rick is here, and that's more than we ever got in the original game. And those are 5 things you may have missed in the new Pokemon Snap trailer. Did you notice something I didn't? I have lots of speculations about new Pokemon Snap that I'm excited to share with you soon. For now, that's all for me, and I'll see you soon with more Pokemon content.